Alright guys, Jack here. I thought we would continue the property walks today since I got the camera out for a Duck Chronicles episode. And we are at the bottom swale in the 3/4 acre food forest right now. As you can see, we've had a lot of rain lately. The swales are full and have been overflowing. I believe we've had 8 inches of rain from Sunday to Wednesday and more on the way tonight. And it's a mud hole, but it's sure a beautiful, happy mud hole right now. This brown turkey fig is just absolutely blowing up. This mild winter was what I needed to get all my figs established. Little baby locust tree that was put in this year. That locust tree right there was as small as that one when it was planted a year ago. That's 1 year of growth. These locusts are an amazing tree for a lot of reasons. Vetch right there, clover. Background noise will get better as I go. You can see the vetch trellising up on the clover. Too bad the bees are away. The bees had to leave for a while. They'll probably be back next week. Little mint popping up there. That is a plum tree. I don't remember what kind. Satsuma, I think. It's Satsuma plum. And you can see the line of dead sea berries that didn't make it. We'll have to come up with something else to plant in this area. I thought sea berry would work here because it was shady and it's a more northern plant, but it didn't work. A lot of other things have worked though that we'll see on this trip. Persimmon, just absolutely loving life. A pear there, kind of funky shaped, but that's how she ended up, so that's how she'll be. Something real exciting in here. There's another pear, autumn olive, and I showed you another place where these were living, but this is black consort currant, and this is not something you're supposed to be able to grow around here. And it's doing really, really well, considering this was a little cutting that I popped in here. I killed a lot of currants figuring out what would grow. White mulberry tree. I got 3 of these, and all 3 of them have a little bit of fruit on them this year. Usually when you see mulberries, they get like a little tiny berries on them, and they don't really do very well. It's the next year you're gonna get your first good crop. Check this out, climbing into the mulberry now. I'll have to prune that back. That's a muscadine. It's all up in this tree. A lot of different lupins in here. I don't remember what this is called, but this is a type of lupin now going to seed. This is a wildflower that grows here. It's kind of a bluish purple. Not a bluebonnet, it's a different species. And it doesn't really look like bluebonnet. Crimson clover in there. I don't remember what these things are actually called. We call them onion trees around here. They're like a trash tree. I just let them keep coming back and we keep making them into biomass with chop and drop. So now that we found a spot that currants will grow in the right current, brand new, beautiful, full size, good root system, black consort currants were just put in this spring from Stark Nurseries. The key that we found here is this: when the sun's in the west at the hot part of the summer, these guys need to be in full shade, and that gives it to them right here. Another persimmon tree there, another autumn olive, another currant there, more of these onion trees. It's just free mulch, guys. I mean, that's all I see out of these. Just snap them off and drop them. Got a lot of them to snap off and drop right there. But that's like a support tree we didn't have to plant. Marshmallow is starting to grow back. So this is a perennial called Marshmallow. And yes, it is what they originally made marshmallows out of. And this is the growth from last year. And you can see down here, these really soft, gentle little leaves. It's coming back. Hoping to see my bee balm come back in here, but I don't know what happened to it. I don't see any of it. Another apple tree, onion tree, autumn olive, plantain banging it, mayhaw tree looking good. Not everything's perfect. We have, oh, there's lemon balm. Lemon balm's looking good, but the bee balm doesn't seem to have made it for some reason. I'm not sure why. That big mess there, that's all elderberries. Elderberries that look like they were going to die. There's actually a tree tucked in there. There's a Anna apple right there. It's got apples on it this year. Clover remember, clover wouldn't grow here 3 years ago at all. Another apple tree, another plum tree. You can see it's starting to really turn into a forest. And that's what we're going for. One peach tree. This is one of the ones that just didn't do good. It's a La Valencia peach. And I've got some other trees. I'm probably just going to cut that thing low. If it survives, it survives. And drop another tree in the ground next to it. No reason to take those roots out of the ground. If it dies, let them go to the ground, feed the soil. we've got a possible problem here. Dog's alerting on something. What's up, Charlie? Okay, you guys are fine. They're just behind the fence and upset. All right. So I ain't got much more to show you today anyway. They just want out. And hopefully they won't mess the fence up to get out. We did, just like in the other swales, put locust trees all on the back of the swale to shade the back of the swale. Now there's another one of my dwarf mulberries. Come on guys, take your F-16 elsewhere. And just starting to show some ripe berries in there. A little wildflower. I don't know what these wildflowers are called. When they get big, they look like a dandelion, but they're not. Methyl plum. Banging. This whole area here is just really done beautiful. I got a couple King Strophoria mushrooms. We inoculated this area with Strophoria mushrooms. I got a couple of those this year already. They generally fruit in the fall, but I've been getting them in the spring around here. Not a ton like we hoped for, but some. And then this is a confusion for me. We got nowhere near cold enough to harm this vine, and it's alive, but this is a Passionflower vine. Blue crown. And it's 35 feet up the tree. And I know other people have this plant just going and blowing right now, and mine has no leaves on it. But it is alive. And I'm tempted to prune it back to stimulate it to grow. But for right now, I'm just gonna wait and see what nature does on her own. And you can see there's leaves on the side shoots up there, so I'm going to give it some time and see what comes of it. That is Salvacel medic, great support plant. That is a grafted as an apple. This is actually the main tree down here, and it's an Einshimmer apple, which I was told was a detestable apple. So I grafted right there. It's a graft I did last year, an Arkansas black onto it, so we'll prune all that off the base. Trade that up as a new tree. Sand cherry's doing really good in here. Definitely setting fruit. These trees will probably really set fruit heavy next year, but we're definitely going to get some sand cherries off of it if the ducks don't eat them all. Another apple, I think that's an Arkansas black, and yeah, and it doesn't look as well as some of the other apples do, but all of them look like this. I think they just take a lot longer to really come out of dormancy than the rest of the trees, the rest of the apples. They're a late season apple. We got more elderberry coming up here. I've been amazed with the resiliency of elderberry here. Every time I plant an elderberry, it looks like it's going to die in the first year. And in the second year, this is what happens. It goes ape. And now I've got elderberry shoots coming up all over the place here. Mint everywhere. Very, very happy mint. So, another little sand cherry we popped in this year. There you go, guys. It's really green. I wish I could tell you it's going to stay like this all year. It's not. We're going to have our dry season like we always do, but every year we seem to weather it better and better. Catch up with you on the next one.